What's going on, guys? This is Mr. DeLorean here. Welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to my Season 10, Episode 10 review and discussion for the episode Stalker. Like usual, I'm going to do my genuine review, and then we're going to go off into, just babbling and talking about some badass scenes in the episode. So without further ado, we're going to distract, let's hop right into the review. So the acting in this episode was really good and everything. Like, every key character in the episode gave great performances. Norman Reedus, Samantha Morin, Ryan Hurst, Thora Birch, Judith, Gabriel, Rosita, all really good performances. Good for emotional anger and just every emotion that needed to be told in this episode was really given through the performances. The fight between Alpha and Daryl was really good. It was really good. When I heard we were gonna be get to see from Daryl's bloody perspective through his eyes and everything, I was kind of that usually looks pretty crappy when they try to do in most medias where they show the blood eyes, because usually it looks end up looking like Call of Duty when you get shot a couple times and looks really bad. But actually, was pretty good and wasn't used that much, so you didn't have to really focus on it too much, I think. But I guess it wasn't as bad or anything as I thought it was gonna be. The makeup and effects were really good. The makeup during the Alpha and Daryl fight and everything was really good. The bloods and the splashes, or not the blood and the splashes, but the blood and the slashes and everything were really good. The camera work was actually really good. There were some really good shots in this episode and everything, and ones that furthered the scary and intense tone. I will admit the bird's eye view and everything when Beta was going towards his RV was a bit too quick. It went over too quick over his RV and everything. You're like, oh, what the fuck is even happening? It's kind of the same thing that they did when Michonne was on her boat leaving with Virgil and everything. It just went too quick, but it was fine and everything. And yeah, the camera work was pretty intriguing and great and got the tone across pretty well. Now the tone of this episode was great. It was pretty much horror and everything. It was really scary and intense, and it was executed very well. And the episode was actually pretty nice. They had some scenes where it was pretty nice and everything, pretty genuine. I thought that was pretty good, but all around and everything was done really well. The music in this episode was really good and everything. It was very good for intense and scary moments and everything, but knew when not to be there and everything, or to be too dreadful. It was good when it there's nice scenes I think, but it was really scary when there's really scary scenes. But if I'm being perfectly honest and everything, that's my actual review for the episode and everything that I liked and didn't like about the episode and everything. But now into the discussion about some awesome scenes. The fight between Daryl and Alpha and everything was amazing and awesome. From beginning to end, it was so cool to see these two just clash finally and just fight. Especially how Daryl just freaking slit and kill and threw knives at all of his other all the other whispers. It was really cool. The slashes and gashes were cool and everything. The whole fight was just really cool in general, especially near the when they went to the gas station and everything, where they were taking out walkers and everything. Alpha was leading walkers to Daryl, and Daryl had to pull his knife out and everything and do all that. That was really cool. I will admit and everything, Daryl did get so many slashes to the point where I was if this was any other character and not Daryl with plot armor on, they would have died or been would have been completely paralyzed for the rest of the season, or even died. But it was still cool in general and everything. I'm not gonna shit on it because it went away from some logic. They're talking at the end and everything when it was dark outside and everything, and they were both weak, kind of lying down and everything, and Daryl was kind of oh, you don't love Liddy and everything, and Alpha kind of got a little offended. It was actually genuinely sad, but it was actually definitely a cool conversation. The invasion of Alexandria was besides the fight between Alpha and Daryl, and I think probably the best plotline in the episode, and really made the episode amazing. When Beta entered Alexandria and went to houses and everything, started cutting power and killing people, it was terrifying and awesome. It helped so much with the outstanding camera work and everything, the tone and the music. Oh, and the acting. There was this part and everything in the episode where Beta, it was shot from the streets and everything, and it was looking into the windows of the houses, and all you see is Beta just come into the house or anything. It's still from the streets and everything. The shot's still from the streets, and you're just looking into the window, and you see Beta come behind this guy, kill him, his entire family, all of his friends and everything. That was terrifying and just awesome. Also, the big deaths, I have to say big deaths in quotes and everything, because a lot of the characters that die in this episode and everything are kind of just oh, okay, those characters died, who really gives a shit. I guess the biggest one could be Laura and everything, but I didn't really care for Laura in my opinion. Also, one of the guys that jumped the lady and everything died, but good. Fuck him. Who cares? The kills were actually really cool in this episode and everything. Laura was fucking body slammed and her neck snapped. I mean, that was kind of cool and everything. Everyone was killed in really gruesome and cool, ways. But when Beta entered Judith's house and everything, looking for Gamma and everything, and pretty much, it was just silent when it started, and there was this real tension building up. Beta was, checking every doorknob and everything and all this stuff. Also, when Judith shot Beta, just, the entire invade, all of it was just awesome. When Judith shot Beta and everything went flying back, it was so so cool. The whole development of Gabriel and Rosita trusting Gamma was really interesting and well written and executed. At first, there was like no trust and everything between all of them. Rosita punched her, and everyone thought like, you know, Gamma was lying. But in the end, they all came together and everything. And Rosita and Gamma are kind of, I guess you could say, friends maybe and everything. They kind of shook hands at the episode and introduced themselves, and it was actually pretty cool. Also, when Gamma told Gabriel about her sister, it was like a genuinely good scene, and you know, it was a good scene. I actually really liked it because it actually like was a turning point, and Gabriel's like, you know, trust for Gamma, because he was like, wow, we know now we can kind of trust you. But this scene when Beta is trying to bring Gamma like, you know, to Alpha and everything, and Gabriel merges with his group and everything and starts firing at Beta while he's running. Not many people noticed this, and I even noticed it. Like, you know what's funny is I actually made a theory about this scene happening and everything, and it literally is an exact parallel of the scene. Wait, let me actually go get the volume. Yeah, I got it. It's from volume 26, Call to Arms. It's when, let me pretty much describe the comic scene and everything. I'll describe the scene here. So in the comics or whatever, or in the volume, pretty much Dwight and, well, actually, Aaron and Michonne go over the borders and to look for, like, Negan and everything, because this is when he first escapes. They get, like, you know, they run to Bait and everything, and some, like, you know, other whispers and some, like, you know, walkers and everything that start killing them. But then everything, you know, Dwight, who is pretty much portrayed as, like, you know, Gabriel in this episode and everything, they're pretty much like the same character in the same situation. Dwight comes out with his army and everything, starts shooting at Beta and everything. He runs away and he pretty much saves them, which is pretty much what happens in this exact scene. And this scene was really cool. Like, I really liked it. And every comic, like all the comic readers, I think, probably got like a lot out of this scene. Thought it was really cool to see this moment from the comics portrayed on screen. And I personally thought it was really cool, and I was like in awe, and it was just awesome and really intense. Lydia's return was pretty cool and everything. Her talking to her mother was pretty cool and actually genuinely sad and, you know, just cool in general. And the ending with her saving Daryl and talking was, you know, really good and everything, and it was an overall good return for her character. And that was kind of the end of all this and everything. All around, it was a really good episode, probably even better than episode 9 in my opinion. Like, it's not like episode 9 was bad or anything, but if I, like, you know, kind of put side by side my, like, you know, like, whoa during the episode and everything, it was like definitely all in episode 10, not much as episode 9. Like, episode 9 had some good points and everything, but there was some really good scenes in this episode that made me, like, you know, really, like, you know, tensed up. Like, there were moments in the episode that made me jump off my couch while I was watching and freak out and cover my mouth and just like go like nuts. Just an amazing and intense episode. If honestly, if I had to give it a number rating, it'd probably be a 9 out of 10 in my opinion, which could change over time. I think with, like, you know, there's some really big episodes coming this season, but at the moment I'd consider a 9 out of 10. But that was my review and discussion for this episode. And make sure to leave your thoughts down below on my thoughts and everything. Make sure to leave your thoughts on the episode down below in the description. What did you guys like the most? What did you guys not like? What were some awesome scenes that you guys saw in the episode? And yep, make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more Walking Dead content, reviews, and discussions, update, and news, and all that latest stuff and everything. And yep, I'll see you guys later. Peace, my amigos, and peace out. Okay, actually, before we do end this and everything, I'm still recording. I did completely forget to mention a scene that I did like in this episode. When Judith was talking to Gamma while Gamma was inside her cell and everything, I thought that was genuinely a cool scene and everything to see, like, you know, get some backstory on Gamma and see them two interact. I thought it was a very sweet, nice, and, you know, kind of funny scene. But yeah, that's it. So, see you guys later.